You don't overeat and become obese. Obesity causes you to overeat.
Oprah on The View. You don't overeat and become obese. Obesity causes you to overeat.
All these years, I thought I was overeating. I was standing there with all the food noise, what I ate, what I should eat, how many calories was that, how long was it going to take. I thought that that was because of me and my fault. Now I understand that if you carry the obesity gene, if that is what you have, that is what makes you overeat. You don't overeat and become obese. Obesity causes you to overeat. Obesity causes you to have all of that food noise. And what the GLP-1s have done for me, and I know a number of other people, is to quiet that noise. All these years.
I can't believe this. A couple of top comments from the video. Drinking doesn't make me drunk. Being drunk makes me drink. All these years, I thought I was addicted to golf. It was really just golf being addicted to me. Why aren't obese people overeating salads, chicken, and rice? They just happen to choose junk food and sugar. Don't love your job, job your love. For years, I tried taking accountability. Suddenly, I realized I don't have to. Going to the gym doesn't make you fit. Being fit makes you go to the gym. Thank goodness I got the gym gene. So the gym gene makes me get to the gym. You don't get addicted to drugs. Drugs get addicted to you. You don't have sex to get pregnant. Getting pregnant causes you to have sex. All right, I've had enough. This obesity gene is something we really need to talk about. Because Oprah said it, she nailed it. It doesn't exist. There is no obesity gene. I'm going to try to explain this the simplest way I can. When I consume more calories than our body needs, that extra energy is stored in our body as fat. Let me ask you something. Are you more encouraged by someone who is telling you that your genetic will prevent you from achieving some kind of outcome in your life that you truly want? Or by someone telling you that, hey, you can achieve anything you want, but it's gonna require you to take some kind of personal responsibility. If you want to lose body fat, you're going to have to become more aware of what you're putting into your body. And if you want to burn body fat, you're going to have to go through a season of change. Changing the way you eat, how much you eat, changing the way you cook your food, changing the way you move. That's exercise. A whole habit and identity change so that you can get to a healthy body composition. In my 5 years of coaching, I've never met one single person that is immune to a calorie deficit. Never. I've never met one single person that ate less calories than they burn and didn't lose body fat. And that begs the question, how much are they paying her to promote these GLP-1s? Because let's be honest, this is propaganda, this is publicity, this is an ad. How much is she getting out of this? How much is she getting to say these things? Oprah is very rich and influential. Whatever comes out of her mouth, even if it's misinformation, there will be a lot of people that are going to follow what she says, especially women. Just because someone is very rich and influential doesn't mean they know what they are talking about. The people who already believe what Oprah was saying, just because she's Oprah. People who have been stuck because they have been believing that will be very encouraged and relieved by Oprah's message. Because it's no longer their fault, right? It's the obesity gene's fault. It's making them eat so much food and gain more weight. But to any of you who really want to see change in their life, I promise you it's possible. But change only happens when you get honest with yourself and begin taking personal responsibility.
Years, I thought I was overeating. I was standing there with all the food noise, what I ate, what I should eat, how many calories was that, how long was it going to take.
Can you believe this?
That was because of me and my fault. Now I understand that if you carry the obesity gene, if that is what you have, that is what makes you overeat. You don't overeat and become obese. Obesity causes you to overeat.
For real? No, Oprah. In my 6 years of medical school, 1 year of internship, all these years of research and coaching and helping people lose weight, I've never heard of an obesity gene. It's funny how these celebrities just get on TV and promote lack of ownership and accountability for body weight. And by the way, I also want to know if this obesity gene throws off the law of thermodynamics. A couple of weeks ago, I was watching a podcast about longevity, and the microbiologist on there talked about how genetics only make up 7%. So we are looking into the aspect of obesity, and if we can correlate the two, 7% of this obesity gene, if it exists, is not going to make somebody obese. It's not going to make somebody just want to eat. That's not true. So there has to be a belief system and knowledge check, because my people die by lack of knowledge. So if you are currently dealing with being obese, check your belief system. What do you believe about obesity, about food, about hormones, about your emotions? Because there's what we call emotional eating and how all these things physiologically affect you. So the first step to reclaiming your health has to be radical awareness and the love of truth more than you love yourself. Because if you love yourself more than you love the truth, you are going to sometime lie to yourself to protect yourself from the pain that comes with the truth. But it's only the truth that will set you free. But according to Oprah, you don't choose the donut chooses you. How convenient. And apparently we don't have willpower unless we inject ourselves. 2026 is really promising to be a clown show. There is no one gene that you are assigned at birth that makes you 99.9% likely to be obese in adulthood. Not one gene. It does not work like that. Pushing this kind of narrative is very dangerous, because for everybody who hears that and is obese or trying to lose weight, he's gonna go, oh, okay, I'm going to go and jump on GLP-1s because it's gonna help me lose weight. And there's also those who will think, oh, okay, I'm obese. I have the obesity gene. There is nothing I can do about it. So they give up before they can even start, especially when you are a rich and famous person who start to spread misinformation that overconsumption of calories doesn't lead to obesity, but obesity leads to overconsumption of calories. Again, the bottom line is, if you overconsume calories to the point that you are in a calorie surplus for an extended period of time, that is how you gain weight and eventually you become obese. We need to be educating more people about the importance of lifestyle, dietary, and exercise routine changes. Yeah, the obesity gene itself, not a thing. So no, Oprah, it doesn't exist.
Ozempic kills hunger, and that's one of the reasons it's causing people to lose weight. You need food to make hair and nails and muscles and hormones and neurotransmitters. There are 24 key nutrients that a woman needs to be able to make hormones.
Then she proceeded and said, when Ozempic is going to kill your hunger, how are you going to get those 24 key nutrients? What's going to happen to your hormones, ladies? And this is not the only problem. We do not know what it's going to do to your microbiomes. And the microbiome is what is making serotonin that keeps us happy. There is a set of bacteria in women's gut called estrobolome that breaks estrogen down. And we don't know long term what Ozempic is going to do to the microbiomes. Because if you destroy the microbiomes, you destroy your gut, body, and mind. So where is the research on that? The last thing is what they call empowerment. When I inject something in my body and lose weight, who do I give credit to? Me or the drugs? And how does that empower me? Where is the self-empowerment in that? So now that the GLP-1s are everywhere, celebrities are flexing them, doctors are prescribing them like candies, and the media is literally calling them the miracle injection. But look at the BS. They are not magic. They are metabolic manipulation. And here is how they work. It slows your stomach from emptying, balances your blood sugar, and tells your brain that your stomach is full. As a result, you feel less hungry, you eat less food, hence you lose weight. But here's the catch. It never fixes why your metabolism was broken in the first place. And the root cause, things like toxins, food, stress, muscle loss, are still there untouched. And when you stop taking them, boom, people rebound very hard, like drug addicts. Why? Because appetite returns 10 times stronger and old habits come back and your metabolism hasn't been built. You're renting the result until the shots stop and then you have to pay the bill. Some side effects that nobody's talking about because it doesn't help them sell. We have nausea and vomiting that destroy the quality of life. We have gallbladder issues, malnutrition from barely eating, and muscles and lean tissue loss. So yes, you look smaller, but your body composition actually got worse. Slower metabolism long term, and in some cases, pancreatitis. This isn't a miracle drug. It's actually a chemical trade-off. If GLP-1s were the answer, then why is obesity type 2 diabetes and metabolic diseases are exploding and the numbers don't lie? This isn't a cure. It's a subscription model like Spotify, Netflix, but to a drug. It gets even worse. Big Pharma doesn't want you to stop. GLP-1s are already being pitched as lifelong medication. That means once you start, they don't want you to stop. They want you on it forever. Not healing, but managing. Not curing, but cash flow they are getting while you are getting sick. You are not a patient in their mind. You are a source of revenue. These drugs are not miracles. They are tools. And tools in the wrong hands become traps. To rebuild your foundation, muscle, food, quality sleep, your environment, your nervous system, these drugs might be an acceleration. But if you think a shot is going to save you, congratulations, you just signed up to be a lifelong customer in the sick care economy. If this video triggered you anyhow, then I succeeded. That's the point. If you want to see change, it starts with you. Smash the like button if you found this video interesting. Subscribe for more videos on fitness, bodybuilding, training, and health in general. Comment below and tell me, what do you believe is the biggest barrier to losing weight? Let's have a real conversation. See you in the next video.